Thank you for staying with us. This is Tumila 98.3 FM, the sound of Lagos. My name still remains Omobola Sandra. And I still have Fuad Said with me via the phone line as we look at the two major trending stories off the papers this morning. The first, of course, is the U.S. presidential elections, and the second is the allegations coming from Dangote refinery as regards, licensing, blending, and so many other things against Pinnacle Oil and Gas Limited. It's quite an interesting one. All right, time check right now is 8:41 a.m. and this is Mainland Focus. All right, so this is where we have focal points, and then you, our dear listener, you get to share your thoughts and your own submission as regards the focal point we're looking at this morning. So the first, of course, is eyes on swing states as Harris and Trump battle for U.S. presidency. But of course, a lot has happened, a lot has transpired in the past few months, and I think it all climaxed at the point where Joe Biden, the current president of the United States, had to step aside, as the Democratic candidate in the presidential elections. So that's where, that's where the whole thing became a game changer, with the emergence of Kamala Harris, the vice president, as the Democratic candidate in the elections. It was quite an interesting run. I mean, the Obamas came all out, so many other, very, very influential figures in the entertainment industry, from the business world, all came out to lend their voice as regards their candidates of choice in the U.S. presidential elections. And of course, eyes on the swing states, and in recent times when monitoring the debates, monitoring the results so far. I mean, of course, major swing states, especially Pennsylvania being the key swing state, has gone red as it is now. And a lot of people have said it, even Trump himself has said it, that once he wins Pennsylvania, he has won the election. That's according to Donald Trump. But of course, we know that there are a host of other factors that need to be considered before a winner is, announced. And it's a very, very interesting one. Donald Trump has come a long way from the 2016 election, where he faced off with former First Lady of America, Hillary Clinton, and then as incumbent, he faced off with Joe Biden in 2020. All right, and it was quite an interesting one. Joe Biden defeated incumbent Donald Trump in 2020, and it was also a major game changer as well, because as at then, the Democrats not only won the presidency, but also gained a unified control of the Congress, the Senate, and the House of Reps. It was a trifecta government win for the Democrats in 2020, and a lot of people had thought, it was probably due to Donald Trump's handling of American power, while he was president, and that's why a lot of people were very keen as regards what was going to be the turnout with Harris and Donald Trump in 2024. But things are looking red all over, everywhere, and we're asking this question now: what do you think as regards the process so far? Like I mentioned, from the moment that Joe Biden decided, well, I don't think I can make it with this particular one, and decided to step down, till the moment that Kamala Harris took that bold decision to accept, the mantle from Joe Biden, to the debates and to, the campaign period and so many other things that, the attempt on the life of Donald Trump and so many other things. What do you think about the process so far, and what do you think of the return of Donald Trump? I think that's just what I'm going to leave it at. What do you think of the return of Donald Trump? Because all lines are going in that particular direction. Donald Trump lost the popular vote in 2016. He got the Electoral College vote, and that's the first time that a president will be winning by Electoral College alone. All right, so it was quite an interesting one. So what do you think of the return of Donald Trump for Nigerian global standing, and also for so many other things, because it is critical at this time now with the Israel-Gaza situation, with the Russia-Ukraine situation as well. So many things are hinged on who wins the American US presidential elections. So let's have a conversation as regards that. The second focal point, of course, is this allegation coming from Dangote, saying that deregulation is not a license for you to blend low quality products. That's what Dangote is saying, and he's saying this against the backdrop of Pinnacle Oil and Gas Limited. They've decided that, with the deregulation, they can now, just come in and do what they want to do concerning importation and blending of petroleum products. Pinnacle Oil and Gas CEO Robert Dickerman has said, well, it's a deregulated commodity market, so we can do whatever it is that we want. So Dangote Refinery has tackled Pinnacle Oil and Gas for setting up a blending plant near its own facility in Lekki, Lagos, with the intention of selling substandard petroleum products to Nigerians. And he went further to claim that Pinnacle Oil and Gas had approached him, for them to be able to have access to his own high quality products, for them to be able to blend with imported substandard products and then sell to Nigerians. Although the CEO of Dickerman himself, that's the CEO of Pinnacle Oil and Gas, has refuted the claim, but then they're saying that the argument is, the point for Dangote is that a deregulated market could not obscure the serious implications as it threatens the integrity of Nigeria's energy sector and endangers the welfare of its citizens. All right, so the Dangote Petroleum Refinery has claimed that they have long been an advocate for deregulation and industrialization in Nigeria, but our support is rooted in a commitment to the sustainable growth of the country's economy and the protection of its people from any exploitation. So with this revelation from I think I got that wrong. Yes. With this revelation from Alhaji Aliko Dangote, what are your thoughts? What do you think? What do you have to say as regards what he has said? Saying that deregulation is not licensed to blend off-spec products, and also the allegation saying that Pinnacle Oil and Gas had approached him for them to be able to, blend what they have, which is substandard products, with his own high-quality products. So let's have a conversation around that. What do you think of this revelation, and what are your thoughts as regards the deregulated market? And as Fᴜᴜ also has been trying to push, the fact is, where is the NMDPRA? That's the Nigerian Midstream Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority. All right, so yes, deregulation doesn't necessarily have to mean a complete hands off of the regulatory authority. It could be a reduced hands off. It could be a reduced hands off or a partial hands off, whatnot. But then what do you think that the regulatory authority should be able to step in at this point now and do what they are supposed to do, which is of course ensure that we have good quality products and ensure that we are not being overcharged for products, that because the conversation around the price of Dangote has also come up, $9.90 for trucks. That's a lot. But then there's a lot of factors that need to be considered when talking about pricing as regards Dangote's products. So what do you think as regards this revelation, and do you also agree that it is time, do you think or do you agree that the NMDPRA should step in at this point as a regulatory authority and ensure that substandard products are not being pushed into the market and that we are not being overcharged for something that we could actually have at a lesser cost, locally produced, that is? All right, and do you think there is more fiscal policies that can be pushed out from the government as regards ensuring that there is more focus on local production to boost our economy than for us to be depending on importation, when we have what it takes? We have the capacity for local production. So that's what we are looking at this morning on Mainland Focus. I'll start with Said Fuad and then we open the phone line. So Fuad, over to you.
Well, on the US elections, it has happened. Most likely until the final vote tally, but from what we have,
it has happened. Have they announced their results?
from the projections and the results, and now so far, especially when you lose Pennsylvania, your path to 270 becomes tougher, becomes extremely difficult, because it's a key battleground state in all of the swing states. And it's not just Pennsylvania that has gone red. Georgia has gone red. North Carolina has gone red. And it's not that these 3 states have gone red. Other battleground states are also looking, they're already having the pinkish color, moving towards red. So it's looking like, we're going to have the return of Donald Trump. For global implications, Sandra, I think, this morning I'm feeling a bit optimistic and a bit pessimistic, really. Optimistic that, he might just have a complete handle, a better strategy to handle some of the conflicts we have in the world right now. For example, the Russia-Ukraine war. He's a man that thinks that, look, if he's the president, Russia would not do what it's doing now. So if he's able to solve that problem, Sandra, what it means is at least we have some stability when it comes to food shortage. Ukraine still being one of the largest exporter of grains, wheat, and all these other products. Then the energy factor also comes in with Russia as a dominant player. So we'll probably have to wait to see what Donald Trump is going to come up with on the issue of the Russia-Ukraine war. Then that war has to end, Sandra. It has to end. Whatever must be done to end that war, it just has to end, because you can't have people losing their lives on a daily basis instead of the war ending. And that's one of the reasons why people think that, no, a lot of Americans who ordinarily would have voted for the Democratic Party, some of them, especially Arab Americans, you understand, felt a bit disappointed on how Joe Biden was able to handle the war, because instead of ending the war, it's escalating. Netanyahu is unhinged. Nobody is able to rein it in. It listens to nobody, just doing what he's doing. So I'm sure a lot of people will be wondering, will be looking out to see what will be the strategy of Donald Trump to putting an end to that war. His Middle East strategy is a bit shaky, but again, if he becomes president, we will have to really see what strategy is going to come up with when it comes to the politics of the Middle East and then the interests of Israel in that particular region. For Africa and Nigeria particularly, I think for people who want to migrate, probably have to do your homework, because you don't come, most times you don't come up with more stringent conditions. You understand, for people to migrate into that country. All in all, America seems not ready to have a female president. Kamala has done well, if you look at her background, how she, contested to become president, Democratic Party, to when she was nominated as vice president, and what she has been able to do for herself so far. A lot of lessons that we can also learn with our own politics. You don't have to be a godfather. You don't have to have money. And so we should ask ourselves, when are we going to get to the point when an electoral system will allow the best of us rule the rest of us? Not an electoral system that is for money bags, godfatherism, that will only creates opportunity for the worst of us to use the bestness. The seriousness that comes to the electoral process, the early voting that saw almost 80 million votes cast even before the D-Day. Nobody was stopped from going about their normal duty. You can go for your business and cast your vote. In Nigeria, like Pastor Coffee posted on Facebook, we shut down everything, to conduct elections in Nigeria. And despite that, what we do we see? They still rigging ballot snatching and everything. You understand what I'm saying? But here people are able to move around, just cast your ballot and look at it, we're already getting the vote tally without any crisis. So a lot that we can learn actually from the electoral process in the United States. We're not saying we should get to the point of perfection overnight, but where we are does not show that we're learning anything of how proper democracy is practiced in a country like the US. And then on the Dangote conversation, it's a big question. When are we going to stop importation of refined petroleum products? Now that we have the capacity to produce it locally. Again, we are saying that, look, if we are talking about competition and a properly regulated market, let it be internal competition, local competition. Not when you are competing with the local market through importation. We are killing the economy, basically. And we expect the NDPRA to step in now and investigate this allegation from Dangote refinery. I doubt if they're going to do that, but we're going to see what they will do in response to what Dangote has revealed to Nigerians. Sandra, God bless Nigeria.
Amen. Thank you very much. I just remembered now we did. Oh, I don't know if Fuad is always in a hurry to just get off. All right, I wanted to just highlight something for Fuad to also quickly look at. But then let's carry on. Time check right now is 8:55 a.m. and you're still on to Milan Focus on Milan 98.3 FM. The phone line is open 0913 6000 410. That is the number to call to share your thoughts and to join the conversation. 0913-6000-410. All right, and you can send WhatsApp message to 0913-6000-430. 0913-6000-430. That's for WhatsApp messages. Okay, and we are still live on Facebook and YouTube at Milan 98.3 FM, so you can drop your statement or your submissions in the live chat section. I will take them as the show progresses. Okay, so for those who will be calling in, we have just 2 minutes. Please, let's stick within the 2 minutes time frame that's given to each caller. Would appreciate if we can respect that, and let's get the conversation rolling. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. How are you?
Good morning. I'm well, thank you.
Okay, my name is Samuel. I'm calling from Tğᴇ. Concerning the K2.
Yes, you're welcome, Mr. Samuel. Carry on, please.
Okay. Concerning the U.S. election, I think throughout the world we are in a tough period. So tough time requires tough policy, and to have tough policy, we need a tough person. So that may have counted in favor of Donald Trump. And then again, being a male is also an issue. So for somebody to be contesting for number one country in the whole world, so it matters a lot. So concerning what is happening with what revelation made by Dᴏɪ, I believe we are still going to hear more. This is Nigeria. It can only happen in Nigeria. It cannot happen in the same society. We are people of integrity at the ends of our fear. But in a situation where everything goes, nothing is working. All the policies, they don't have human face. They are just feeding fat on Nigerians. They are not interested in poor people. So these are the things that will happen when you have such people in power, people that lack integrity, the people that have to transact, not to transform our economy. I wish Nigeria well, but mind you, we have entered one chance. We should be preparing for 2021. But first God, there's a divine intervention. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Samuel. God bless you as well. Amen. Good morning.
Morning, Sandra.
Good morning.
Yeah. Thank you, Lajisuba. Yes, Sandra, let me just start from home, Nigeria. Yes, on the issue of our petroleum, Dangote issue, it's very, very unfortunate the way Nigeria found themselves. We need a president that will be more concerned on our economy, on the protection of our assets. But that's why it's unfortunate. What we expect for our president, I don't understand this ruler value that is happening in the whole industry. Dangote is very, very correct. You know, the regulator does not mean that they're supposed to be a kind of administration, governing the industry. Father, let me ask you, why do you have a Department of Petroleum, the DPR? DPR under the Ministry of NMDC. They are in charge of, in terms of inspecting the specification of oil that is being given to Nigeria. If any ship coming now, DPR will go and take the sample. So we have a lot of, other NPC, just like that. So Dangote is very correct. The regulator does not mean anybody can be producing any big and high product. That is why NPC is important. And I'm very, very disappointed. That's why I said it. I'm very, very worried in the sense of our president is supposed to be very, very concerned about our assets, about what Nigeria is happening. But the reverse is the case. It's just unfortunate. Let me just support this. Let me say that. On the issue of Donald Trump, I'm really worried. If it's somebody who has been convicted on 34 counts, 34 charges convicted, he's being voted for. You see, their system is they own their country, but but let me just give kudos to that able woman, Kamala Harris. I break my car for you. This is in fact, he has performed incredibly about his character, about what he did for America. But it's not. I just give kudos to him. He's trying a lot, but let's leave everything for God. But I'm very surprised to not come in. As somebody has been convicted. Have a
Thank you very much. I appreciate your contribution, DPR. Well, DPR has been converted to NUPRC. That's Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission. All right. So just an update for you, just to for your updates. 09136000 That is the number to call. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning. Hello. Good morning.
Morning.
I connect from the caller. First, let me just ask of a woman, a very good woman this morning. It's been long we asked for Madam Ifi. Please, after I we don't hear from her, please. If there is a way to reach out to her, please, it's important. That's one. Then I would like to speak, congratulations to Trump. We already know that election is a walkover. You can't just, it's a factor that but I want us to learn one great lesson. The lesson that we did was so super. I always give my cap for years when it comes to handling situations, and they handle the election very, very wisely and neatly. Not this fraudulent ones that we have in Nigeria. Now coming to petroleum, that is what we have seen. That we always say, you can't just deregulate the energy sector just like that. That's a normal plan. To just punish this evil sabotage. That's what I query by removing the subsidy anyhow that's just said that subsidy is gone. Just like that. Just have to deal with some people so that they bring their back before you can do that kind of thing. Okay, secondly is you can't just tell us that we want to deregulate that market and stop importation because what we have presently cannot sustain us. That is why people clamor that okay, we should put the order for rice. Assuming we have a lot of refineries in this nation, then we will ban importation of fuel, and at the same time punish anybody that tries to smuggle it in. But now we don't have refineries that will ensure competition, that will ensure healthy competition in that market, and you not deregulate that market. It's just like the food that you are eating. You don't want to go and put it on the dustbin. What will you fast forever? That is why it is very much important to think before you take a policy. That policy needs to be rethink over and over and over again. The energy sector cannot be just always that way. That is why we find ourselves in this quagmire that we find ourselves. Everything is on the outside because the moment you tamper with that oil, you tamper with your economy at a go. That is why I will not support this Dangote refinery now until we have like 4 or 5 refineries to compete. That is when the president should have removed or deregulate that market because there is already competition. Now there's no competition now.
There's opportunity for that. There's no opportunity. That's not on Dangote. We have 4 national refineries. Why are they not working?
Let it work first before you take that step. That is what we are saying. All these people that are not making it work, all these people that are not making subsidy work, then after you can now look at removing the subsidy.
Until there's competition. So until there's competition before we can stop importation. So we just
that is the best way to ensure energy security and to ensure this nonsense price stability. It is so ridiculous that you can go to one place and buy fuel in this same neighbor.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. 2 minutes for each caller. Appreciate your contribution. Thank you. That's a very, very, very interesting Madam Ifi.
I was sick now to this hospital. All over.
How are you feeling now?
I'm recuperating.
You're welcome. Thank God. Thank God.
Thank God for me.
Yes.
I know God said in the next 50 years because of
Thank God.
How are you? How are your family?
Fine, thank you.
My co-contributors, thank you for asking after me. Thank you. You should let me thank God for keeping me alive, giving me another chance. I'm grateful. All
right.
I want to be, myself and Fouad. We used to be on the same page on Trump. I'm very happy to win this election. I'm telling you, people are just looking at Trump. Trump, the man of peace. I'm telling you, when he came the first time, did you see America going to war with anybody?
He said he was reconciling the Arab world with Jerusalem, with Israelites. And nobody went to war. He didn't go to war. He even brought the black American soldiers in Afghanistan, brought them back home. If Trump was still the president of America, all this Ukraine war with Russia, all these things they are doing in Gaza, it will not happen. It will not happen. The man is a man of peace. And I pray before evening we cruise into White House back. Congratulations in advance.
It's okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. We wish you good health. Thank you very much, Madam Ife. 0913600410. That is the number to call. It's 6 minutes past 9 and you're on to Mainland 98.3 FM. Please turn off the radio. Thank you. Okay.
Hello?
Good morning.
John from Oba.
You're welcome.
Yes, so Trump is a Nigerian now.
Ah, how?
Yes,
From
now.
the States.
Well, Nigeria will see what they run away. Instead of going to defend that. Are you saying that when the Palestinians invaded the Israelites should keep mute? That's what is happening in Nigeria now. You take this battle to your doorstep and you run away with these excuses. That is number one. Two, I can lay so many that's what can't charge it on his neck. Just like Nigeria will manipulate and reprobate and approbate. That is by the way. Hello, are you with me?
I'm with you, Mr. John.
So this is what you see in Nigeria now. As regard this shambolic shambu people. Yes, now you look at the NFPC. Look at all the rot, shambolic rot in NFPC. Look at what we are hearing now. This is kind of a declaration. Are you with me, Sandra?
Yes.
Even rock people with shambolic mentality and shambles and shamba. Why look at what Dagore has just said, and nobody will take any action. And he has made so much revelations before. Nobody has taken action on his pronouncement, on revelations. See where we are buying fuel. Yesterday I bought fuel I used to buy about 3,000 now. Almost about 18,000 for my small business. Sandra. So what are we saying? And it seems that there is no end in sight. Rather, we are going down the drain every day, more and more. Price of keep rising up. We that are maintaining family, we know what it costs now. I don't know whether you are married or not. I'm sorry, I'm not prying into your private life. But with the hearer, yes, they are not concerned. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. John. All of us, everybody, one way or the other. All right, 0913600410. That is the number to call. Let's take some messages at this point now because we have quite a number of them. We also have some messages on Facebook, but I'll start with WhatsApp. Awola Christopher from Shogule is saying, hearty congratulations to Donald Trump, USA, and the entire world. The world needs a man who can engender stability, one who can insult Africans and leaders to be sensible. It's okay. As for the oil sector, the cabals are those in government, and unless they are changed, nothing better from that sector. Effectively, they have bought Nigeria and Nigerians. I'm not one of them, but it's okay. Awola Christopher from Shogule, thank you very much. I also have here Ifeanyi from Asheshe saying, on the freed minor protesters, does it mean that the elderly ones will rot in detention? Well, they've thrown the suits out, so that's everybody should go home, basically. All right. Thank you very much. Ifeanyi from Asheshe. I also have here, good morning. This is James from Agbado Junction. When I listen to Nigerians making suggestions on how to possibly resolve the issues in the oil sector, I feel we have so allowed ourselves to be bamboozled by these set of politicians. Just give me one reason that will make Mr. President to retain Kyari. Is it because he was able to fix our refineries? Could it be because of the huge billions of dollars spent on turnaround maintenance that has yielded results? You have to understand the fact that these people have been subterranean working against the good of Nigerians before they took over. It's only getting to the knowledge of people now. And that's James from Agbado Junction sharing his own thoughts there. I also have Wale Oguntokun from GRA Ikeja. Good morning. The reason for the collapse of the national grid is that the transmission lines are obsolete and need replacement, and we are talking of a huge infrastructure expenditure here to stop grid collapses. Thank you and have a pleasant weekend. Appreciation to you, Wale Oguntokun. FM from Ogun State is saying, your guest, Mr. Curtis, Barrister Curtis Adigba, got his prediction wrong about American election. Same as he always gets his prediction wrong on our local politics. Always keep emotions out of analysis. Hopefully, Mr. Fuad will learn from that too. And that's FM sharing his own thoughts from Ogun State. I also have here Sean from Festac on WhatsApp saying, hi, Milan FM. On the US election, my thought is that the world is not yet ready for a female to rule the world. The world leaders like Russia, North Korea, Arab world will not respect her. Did you see the video of what Putin did to the German Prime Minister when he let his dogs, knowing she's scared of dogs, when she went to visit him? For Dangote, the spiritual world is not yet ready to let Nigeria produce fuel. The devil in the oil industry is astronomically big for Nigeria to cast out. Finally, please, I want to start campaigning for the safety. A lot of people are being injured and cars are being damaged due to this, and that's Sean from Festac sharing that one there. I also have here okay, well, we have quite a number of other messages. Let's go back to the phone line. We'll be back to messages in a bit. Yes, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, Sandra.
Good morning.
This is Gift from Onekwan.
All right.
Yeah, you see, even before the US election started, I knew Donald Trump was going to win.
Yeah.
Nigeria should stop behaving and speaking based on emotions. The only reason why Nigerians and Africans in general, or immigrants in general, do not like Donald Trump is because he claims he will not be same in their country in the presidency. No, they will put someone who is same, who would fit their country for the other president will vote for. They will not use emotions to vote, because the immigrants will most likely vote for Kamala Harris or what's her name. That is that. Then for Dangote, I think, Sandra, can you hear me?
I'm with you.
I think every day now we just put Dangote versus federal government versus NNPC as standard local point. Every day that it comes up. Because if you look at it, you see, the reason why we are in this quagmire is because we had someone who was campaigning on the backdrop of individualism. He came in as the backup of a local, is my turn. He didn't say it's our turn. He got there and he did not even check the books, he did not even put structures in place, and he just pulled out one thing that ties every individual in the country together. Now we are in this quagmire. The guy that is producing, see, somebody told me that Dangote knew this was going to happen. That was why he quickly commissioned the refinery. He quickly asked Buhari to commission the refinery, even when it was not completed yet. Because if Buhari had left and that refinery was not commissioned, someone would have come up and said the refinery is not standard and it was running aground. Look at this Dangote that hardly talks. The man hardly talks. Now they want to kill him. He's talking, he's screaming everywhere that I mean just pardon me, they want to kill me, they want to kill you. Little bit I would say also, like someone used to say, I said, I want to speak through, because Nigerians don't want to find a way into the world and fight back. Have a good day, my sister.
Thank you, and you as well. Thank you very much. I appreciate your contribution. Well, I mean, that is where we have found ourselves, unfortunately, at this point now. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, well, Sandra, how are you today?
I'm well, thank you.
Yeah, myself, what? Okay, this Barrister Peter Oku. I'm calling from Maryland. Yes, so on the two issues we are focusing on, the first one being the US election. Well, I want to say without on equivocation that if it turns out that Mr. Trump is triumphs over this Kamala Williams in
Kamala Harris.
Kamala Harris, yes, exactly. God bless you. That it is all well and good because already her case is a success story already, because it is not easy for her, so a vice president, to to try running for the position of president, and then all of a sudden she can defeat Trump, who has run for the position 3 times. But Americans have the right to choose whoever they want as president. But I think she is already a heroine as far as I'm concerned. Because there are a lot of things that are actually, a lot of challenges that are weighing against her. Being a female, being a black, and so many other factors, the liability from Biden and all that. So, to me, I want to congratulate her.
All right.
Even though she has not won the presidency. So we have to encourage her to try next time.
Okay.
Because people run about 3 or 4 times before becoming president. Right. So I think she displayed very gallantly.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Pastor Peter.
Yeah.
I appreciate. Yes.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Amen. Thank you. Hello. Good morning. Good morning.
My name is M쏘ɪᴜ.
You're
Calling
welcome.
you promotion.
All right.
Thank you, my dear. The same for America election for me. I don't care anybody can emerge, but I'm expecting somebody who can bring peace to the world. That's what I'm expecting. Nigeria, we are saying something against our own electoral law. Yes. When you see somebody who does something perfect, you have to learn. But we Nigeria, you know how to learn? We were the control election, they can go to court. Market after the election, they go to court. What causes it? Because of rigging, agreement, I no go agree. So when we talk of INEC at times, we have to check back home. The beginning of what problem we are facing today is in our corner of our rooms. Do we obey the law? Do follow the law? So why INEC do all this now? Who is in it? Do not take bribe. Do not give bribe. Those who give bribe, they blame those who take bribe. You see the problem? So if INEC can expect a professor to come and mediate in our election, and then it did not get it right, it's going to get it right. It means all of us were for. We must have personal change in this country before we can expect a better Nigeria. It's my time up.
I'm telling you to start wrapping up.
Okay, finally. Dangote is speaking. Mr. President must make work our 4 refinery work. If it never work, the blame will be at doorstep of Mr. President. Because this is my NFP to go. Good morning to you, Lady Sandra.
Good morning to you as well. Thank you very much, Prince Wise. This is Mainland 98.3 FM, and in case you're just tuning in, it's Mainland Focus. And the focus this morning, of course, is the U.S. election. What do you think of the return of Donald Trump? And we're also looking at this statement from Dangote saying that deregulation does not mean or does not give license for you to blend off-spec products. All right. Dangote has always been an advocate of stop importation. Dangote Refinery he claims, or he says that he has what it takes to attend to our needs as a country. And also this allegation against Pinnacle Oil and Gas, saying that they approached him for access to his products in order for them to blend with their substandard and then push to the Nigerian market. What do you think? What are your thoughts as regards what has been going on in the oil sector, and do you think it's time? Maybe let's hear something from the regulatory authorities. 0913-6000-410, that is the number to call. Let's take some messages on Facebook at this time. We have quite a number of messages here. We'll start with Stephen Dele Allow, the return of Donald, Africa Gosi Shege. Okay. And then we also have John Bernard Ohi is saying, my take on this US election is How do they manage to get over 100 million votes without shutting down the country? Nigeria has a long way to go. You know, that's the beauty, or that's the interesting thing about the US elections, is that America has over 230 million eligible voters, and voting actually began weeks ago. People could vote from the comfort of their homes. People could vote from anywhere in the world. That's email voting, all right, electronic voting basically, and it ended yesterday. So it's weeks and weeks. It's not, they did not have to shut down the entire country. Even campaigns still go on the day of elections. People can still continue to campaign even on the day of election. And you know, it was just a beautiful thing to behold, as against what we have here. Okwayemi said no to Okwayemi Akinade is saying no 2 a.m. declarations, no Orubebe, no Dino, no IRF drama, just votes and results. Simple as that, right? So that's John Benaru. That is just a system that they have built and that they have worked with. All right. Basil Chika on Facebook is saying, very far from Nigeria problems this morning. Congratulations to Donald Trump and Americans. I think Nigeria electoral umpire and politicians are learning fast how things ought to be done, where people's opinion is respected. Now we are here crying about Dangote and NNPCL unending drama. Let them continue. They should. I thank God that Nigerians are I don't understand this part of the message, but thank you, Chika Bende from Trade Fair, for sharing your thoughts on Facebook there. We also have Kabiru Adegbenru is saying, good morning, Sandra and Fuad, on the issue of Dangote refinery. Honestly, I don't understand why Mr. President refuses to intervene to settle whatever the problems are since he assumed office. We have 4 refineries. Not one is working for years. God bless my country, Nigeria. And that's Kabiru Adegbenru. I also have here, okay, Benjamin is saying, good morning, Sandra and Fuad. To me, Dangote, NNPCL and the Minister of Petroleum are just playing with Nigerians' intelligence, and they are all birds of the same feather. I see people that are not ready to help Nigerians as far as petrol, which is the live wire of Nigeria's economy, is concerned. The president is not concerned what concerns the people. If he does, why has he not said anything concerning our refineries? Our grid collapse now and again. Let them continue. God one day will deliver Nigerians from the hands of these cabals. For the American election, the person that they need as at now is Donald Trump, who can stop the war going on around the world. And that's Benjamin from Shogule sharing that one. I also have here Olumuyiwa. That's Muyiwa from Abuja. It's been a while. Trust you're doing well. Also has this to share. The revelation of adulterated fuel products in Nigeria should not surprise anyone. We can't have corruption as prevalent and widespread like this in both public and private sector and expect anything less. This is the country where people who produce fake drugs are into business and only felt little resistance during the days of Dora Akinyuli. But the business continued after her exit. The way out of this mess, I believe, depends on the intervention of Mr. President. I understand the cabals had existed before he came into office, but our president has a role to clean this industry if he wishes. Else, we wait for another messiah to help us out. It's a pity. We only watch US election, but we are not ready to sanitize our electoral process. It's a shame to belong to this corrupt society here. Good morning. And that's Muiwa from Abuja sharing his thoughts on Facebook. 24 minutes past 9. Let's go back to the phone line 0913 6410. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes.
Good morning, ma. I just want to station that I understand with 2 calls that came before. Whether I'm talking about energy crisis and the American election, I don't know.
Yes.
Okay, fine. For the energy, I don't know why people keep on criticizing or blaming M쪼ɪᴟᴜ. M쪼ɪᴜᴜ is just a GMT, ma. Go and check M쪼ɪᴜᴜ's profile. M쪼ɪᴜᴜ is one of the best hand in NNPC. But you know what? If you take Adiola Yusuf and put him there as a GMT of NNPC, there is nothing he can do. Right? M쪼ɪᴜᴜ is reporting to even a junior officer, junior minister. It's not to the president direct. Before you see him in the president, that means that the issue that needs controversy from him. They can't take decision. Whatever they can do, whatever they advise, they can't, they don't have power.
So it's beyond him.
Just like beyond him.
Right.
Just like INEC chairman. Madam, as I'm taking to the as some INEC recs from commissioners in INEC, they are more powerful than the chairman of INEC. You understand? This is for that. For American election, I have no doubt in my mind that Trump will win this election. He will win this election not because I like him or I like his character. No. I think it's clear. It's clear because the ally,
Hello?
the only continent that is very close to American election, foreign policy, is Middle East. So it's Middle East. That is Arab countries. If you remove Iraq and Iran from, if you remove Iran and Lebanon from Middle East, the rest are Sunnis, the allies of America. They can't take no one as American president. This is for that politically. It's not because my credit is over, but I will clear this point in the military politics later. You understand? God in his own wisdom himself, God created man and woman. He never made woman to be a leader. He called woman to be a leader. Women are without. Women are helpers women. Not that they have no intellectual endurance, they have intellectual women, they have clever women, they have anything, But they have that emotion. That is the only thing. That is spiritual side of it. But no problem. Maybe later and maybe politics.
Right. Thank you very much. Well, of course, we'll discuss that further on midweek politics. They're already gearing up for that one. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Sandra.
Good morning.
My greeting to Fuad, wherever he is.
All right.
I want to center my discussion on the US election.
Okay.
So we are now commending USA for how they held their election. And we know one of the major problems that we are facing concerning our election is our electoral act. Ever since last election, we have been crying wolf, and yet both the opposition parties that saw how they went to the Supreme Court before the final result was declared could not even raise anything. Even the non-governmental organization could not even rise up this time around to bring this issue of our electoral act into forum so that it can be properly addressed. Now we are hearing USA. Now, for example, let me even say something about the person from Donald Trump. This is a man that when he says something, he will do it. And this is a man that will tell you the truth. It might be Darren Russell, he might be talking too much, but this man will not hide his feelings. He's not such like a politician that will start praising in your face. They go behind you and start plotting against you. He will tell you, go and fix your place, go and do the right thing. That is the Donald Trump for you. So America have known him. He's not such one that play to the gallery. So he might be talking too much. That is his nature. So that is my contribution this morning.
All right. Thank you for your contribution. I appreciate it. Hello, good morning. Hello?
Good morning, Madam Sandra.
Yes, good morning.
This is was calling for Tango.
Okay.
Please, this election in US is a clear vision for Nigerians to know what we do into the electoral system, because every day we are talking about Nigeria's problem. And the president just sit down so they found that it is done nowhere to do. Look at the release of this president. Now, that's to show Nigerians clearly that the president knows what to do. So what the president will do now, and the entire politicians, those opposition leaders, is to call the judiciary and the INEC who are funded following our election. They should tell Nigerians where to go before 2027. Because what play in 2027 cannot play in 2027. Look at all the mess making the country panic, damaging both human and natural resources, and we continue to lift these people's image up. People are dying. Please let them wake up. Judiciary and INEC to address issue of Nigerian election. Are they not a citizen of this country? Because what is happening now, please, it's spoiling the whole heart of the poor masses. Pressing this country is too much.
All right. Okay. All right. Thank you very much. I think that's
thank you.
all right. Thank you very much for sharing your thoughts. Time check is 9:30 a.m. and you're still on to Mainland 98.3 FM.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is, the most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too. Welcome to the Morning Express on Mainland 98.3 FM.
Thank you for staying with us. It is still Mainland 98.3 FM. You're on to Mainland Focus, and the focal point for this morning is the U.S. presidential elections. We are looking at the return of Donald Trump. What do you think about the electoral process so far, the elections, the campaigns, the emergence of Kamala Harris as the Democratic candidate in the U.S. presidential elections 2024? And also, we're looking at this story. It's across all of the papers this morning. Dangote calling that deregulation does not give license to blend low quality products. All right, telling that to Pinnacle Oil and Gas Limited. Also bringing up the allegation around the fact that Pinnacle Oil and Gas is trying to he made this allegation that they had approached him or approached Dangote and pleaded that they extend their pipeline from their refinery to Pinnacle's tank farms for the purpose of blending Dangote's high quality products with their imported products and selling them to Nigerians. That's what Dangote said that happened, and he said that just because it's a deregulated market, and this is coming against the backdrop of when the CEO of Pinnacle Oil and Gas said, "Oh, it's a deregulated commodity market, so we can have what we can and we can do what we can." All right, so what do you make of this revelation? There had been a lot of revelations from Dangote in recent times anyways, but what do you think of this revelation from Dangote refinery or from Dangote himself, and what exactly do you make of deregulation in this country? Do you think maybe the regulatory authorities should step in, and they have a lot to do now as regards the oil sector? 0913-600410, that is the number to call to join the conversation. And of course, we are still live on Facebook and YouTube at Mainland 98.3 FM, so you can join the program live, drop your comments in the live chat section, and we take them as the show progresses. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, ma.
Good morning.
This is Sandra,
Yes.
I don't want Dangote to tell me anything about oil or whatever he's doing there. Dangote is not ready to help Nigerians. He came to do business and do business. In fact, it doesn't concern me whether Nigerians are dying or not. That's what he's doing. So all this, let him not tell us that the Pinnacle Oil or whatever came and said, "Do you have him on tape?" The person that told you, do you have the tape? Bring the tape. The man is not ready to help Nigeria. He came brought the refinery, suddenly selling 1,000 something. We are buying everything here with Naira. So why is your fuel very cost? People are now importing. You import fuel. Yes. The fuel imported is cheaper than your own. So there's something wrong with this Dangote of this thing. I don't want to talk about him. Let's go to US. Now, Sandra, you see, it's not up to 24 hours, so you have seen the winner already. I was taken through the television. I didn't see army, I didn't see OPs, I didn't see police everywhere. I didn't see the talks. The whole place there was sanity all over the place. But this is here. Last year, are you aware that I was prevented from voting? They said I should go to my state and vote. And I didn't vote. They used to go to this cutlass and pursue me all over. Right inside Nigeria, I'm from Nigeria. I want to even ask you. You see that the Kamala Harris is not even from the US. But they gave her the flag to fly for president in the Democratic Party. Can I contest for local government chairman in Lagos? What is the I should not vote? I'm asking you a question. Are you going to say Nigeria? Look at what we are just deceiving ourselves. They were pursuing me all over. I should not vote. I should not vote. I should go to my state and vote. Now they are voted for their own thing. They are all suffering. They are suffering more than myself.
I'm telling you. It's very painful. The way we are running this Nigeria. No, look at everybody cannot eat. Now, from getting just driving out and say, hey, give me, I want to go and eat. You will not eat. Go and eat your APC. Bye-bye.
Well, I mean, there's a lot to say as regards, naturalization, citizenship, and whatnot in different parts of the country or in different parts of the world. Actually, there's actually a lot to say, and there's a lot to give. Well, I think Barack Obama is from Kenya. His parents are from Kenya, but he's a naturalized citizen of America. He's an American as well. So as long as you're an American and you fulfill certain, criteria, statutes and all of that, you can actually. And we've had, instances in Lagos as well, where we've had people of, or different origins emerging as reps member or local government chairman, especially in a certain part of Lagos State. And I'm sure we are aware of that certain part. I'm talking about the Amodofin side, the Festac side, that Mile 2 side, all those parts, So let's try to, not to always look at things from a tribe side or from an ethnic side. Let's have an open mind whenever we're having this conversation. It helps for us to have, a broad and more comprehensive overview and the true picture of things if we can have an open mind towards this. But I totally understand where you're coming from, though, Mr. Kangbulina. I totally understand. I'm not brushing it off, but let's just try to have an open mind as regards these things. Hello, good morning. Hello,
How are you?
Oh, I can barely hear you.
Hello, how are you, Sandra?
I'm well, thank you very much.
Yeah, talking about
your name, sir.
Engineer Nii from Yabaya.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you very much. Talking about fuel issue and everybody knows that military is responsible to the Minister of State of Petroleum. And the Minister of State also reports to Mr. President. So he's not at fault at all. And we know the interest of Mr. President and his immediate people about the 49% of NNPC retail outlet. So we can't blame military. It's Mr. President we will tell to please take Nigerian interest at heart, repair our 4 refineries, and let there be competition with Dangote. Whether Dangote must be branding his own business from time to time. It is his right. But let Nigeria be Nigerian. Let Nigerianize our own business. And let there be peace. National grid had collapsed. We are forced to go and buy the petrol. Whether it is available or it is not. Over a month now, I've been using petrol to power my generator to pump water because there is no any alternative. And that is what goes for almost all Nigerians. So this is not easy at all. Like if the president to have our Nigerian attack, personal business should be separated from national business. And you should face Nigerian business because you are sworn into it and say you want to uphold our welfareism. Our security, we have to appeal to him. But I know before May 29, God will have interest in Nigeria's situation. He will intervene. We will have peace for once. London at now and Kamala Harris.
Thank you.
I support Kamala Harris from time to time because Donald Trump has already been.
Thank you for
they have given him some sentence over the time. But if he wins, good luck to him.
Right.
We have let him recognize African politics.
Hello, good morning. All right, we lost that 109136410. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Sandra.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
I can hear you.
Okay, this is DᴏɪR from Ifo.
You're welcome.
Let me talk firstly about America election. I'm not interested in American election because the two institutions
that the instigated, that is IMF and World Bank, they have scattered African economy. Pertaining to Dangote refinery about the oil crisis, a country leader must be patriotic and sincere. When you have refinery, you have crude oil, and you allow importation. What does that mean? That means our leaders are not patriotic and not sincere since 1986 from Babangida, apart from Yar'Adua. So now forget about people's global Dangote. It is our leader, especially the president or the head of state. Thank you.
Right. Thank you very much. I appreciate. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Hello.
Yes.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, my name is Abubakar.
You're welcome.
Thank you, ma. Let me start with the issue of American election. Donald Trump has won from the way things are now because it's almost done deal. But the issue is that what should we be expecting? We should be expecting more tariffs, in fact, more economic war, more deportation of Africans from Americans, and more instability in the Middle East.
You think
That
so?
is by the way. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Donald Trump was the person that moved capital of Jerusalem. Kind of, it doesn't dose the tension. It kind of inflates the tension.
Well, okay.
So that's by the way.
All right.
On the issue of Dangote, we know that what Dangote is producing is a premium petroleum product, and it is on record that even when Nigeria importing from Malta, it was a blending plant. And what they do is that they buy crude from Nigeria, and from another country they blend this crude together. Nigeria has one of the best crude, so they blend this thing together. Dangote is speaking on behalf of Nigeria. This is now, it has gone beyond the regulatory agency. There's a conspiracy here. The crude, and that is why what they are importing to the country is not cheaper than what Dangote have, because it's a substandard product.
All right.
I think the government should look into what is actually happening now before it gets out of hand. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I appreciate. Unfortunately, that's the last call we can take for this morning on Mainland Focus. Time check is 9:43 a.m. and you're on to Mainland 98.3 FM. I have here on Facebook, Michael. It's saying, on the U.S. election, it's unfortunate that we, the citizens and the electoral body till now have not put into use some lessons learned from the election of U.S. and other developed countries. A situation where people are casting their vote based on what the candidate is willing to provide for the citizens and not by trying to get into power through vote buying. My appeal to Nigerians is to wake up from their slumber and take the right decision in 2027. On Dangote's statement, the truth of the matter is that government is the one creating problem, when in the real sense they have everything in their capacity to solve this problem by repairing the 4 national refineries to give room for a competitive market. Not until we have the president and the leaders that will place national interest above personal interest, the country and the citizens will continue to suffer a setback. God bless Nigeria. And that's Temitope Anatoye from Ijagemo community. I also have here James Nkwachi Ogbona on the issue. Okay, I don't talk on petrol issues again. I wish I was in the US at this moment. Everything about their election excites me. We are still very far from what good election looks like. No ballot box snatching, no restriction to movement, no agberoism, no gunshot, no network glitches, no putting off of IREV, no harassment or intimidation. Sweet politics. Although if I wanted to be sentimental, I would have preferred Kamala Harris to become first female U.S. president, but Trump is better. I don't mind if his foreign policies won't favor Africa and Nigerians. Illegal immigrants should get ready. Sandra, have you noticed how Nigerians have politicized the U.S. election between the APC and other opposition parties? More APC people are... How did we get to this one? It's all right. Anyway, Anyways, thank you very much, James Ogbonna from Oshodi. I appreciate your contribution. I also have here Christopher F. Young on Facebook is saying, good morning. I think to my own opinion, the man Donald is already a winner. I'm afraid because Donald is going to be very tough with Africans entirely. Well, that's only my personal opinion. For Dangote, I appreciate the fact that Dangote did not accept that wicked offer. To me, it was a mode of temptation to bring Dangote down and the entire Dangote refinery. Most of the time, these guys don't even know that the man Dangote is wise. Regulations mean sensitizing, not all this nonsense that. Sorry, plenty of things. God bless Nigeria, and that's Christopher F. Young. I'd like to sincerely apologize because we still have a host of other messages, a lot of other messages for us to, rush through, but we can't. We have totally run out of time. But of course, today by 1 p.m., it's Midweek Politics with Opeyemi Akinode and Said Fuad and Victor Achibong. So you may want to stay tuned for that one. By 10 a.m., we'll be having, a guest on the Big Talk today. We'll be having quite a conversation around, gender equality, feminism, women in politics, and so many other things. Join us by 10 a.m. on the Big Talk. And of course, by 4 p.m., Sage Babalola will be in the Situation Room for further discourse. My name is Omobola Sandra. This is Mainland 98.3 FM.